Hello, everybody, on this nice winter day. So, today our adventure is taking us to Howe Caverns in New York. They were named after a farmer, Lester Howe, who discovered them on May 22nd in 1842. He found it behind the bushes while taking care of his cattle. And let him tell the story himself.
And so I made my way back to the opening with a lamp and a good length of rope. I tied the rope to a rock and lowered myself into the entrance. One look around made me realize that this was no ordinary place. It was something truly amazing. I went back every day for weeks, many times with my friend Wetzel, who owned the place. We went deeper and deeper each time, discovering things that we could never imagine: formations, giant chambers, lakes, and rivers. I was purely smitten by the place, so I bought it from Wetzel for a handsome sum of $100 cash. A shrewd deal, you will agree. Best investment I ever made. I traveled there day after day to explore further and further inside until I knew the place from one end to the other. My own stupendous geode.
You guys want to look on that back wall thing?
Today, you'll be headed 156 feet down in up-to-date and entirely safe mechanical elevators of my own design, of course. Once down below, you'll hear the rush of the river Styx. See the Rocky Mountains, the astounding Chinese pagoda inside the magnificent Titan's temple, incredible formations like the Great Turtle, pipe organ, the lovely Pool of Peace, and enjoy a remarkable boat ride on the romantic Lake of Venus. Maybe some of you sweethearts will get inspired to make things official at the bridal altar later on. If you regret your decision, you can always get separated in the twists and curves of the winding way. If I may say, it's going to be a journey you never forget.
Wow, sounds very promising. So let's start our journey. We're going to be submerging 156 feet underground. Let's see.
You can see how nice and really white the slow stone is. That means it's active, and that's the reason why we ask you guys not to touch any of the rocks or formations you see around you. If you do touch these calcite formations, the oils on your skin will form a layer over top of the calcite.
Let me share an interesting fact about this cave. It's 52 degrees in here year round. So it's about 30 degrees outside right now, but it's 52 in here, a lot warmer than it is outside. And in the summer, it could be 100 degrees outside, but it'd still be 52. Pretty cool. If you recall the map that I was showing at the beginning of the video, here's the Chinese pagoda that was shown. It's one of our first stops of the day. It's beautiful, and there's a small little creek running down.
Caverns. It is 55 feet tall from stream at the ceiling and 45 feet wide from wall to wall. Here at the Titan's temple, we have the largest stalagmite you see today. We call the Chinese pagoda. It is 11 feet tall and 4 feet wide. A stalagmite this big would take hundreds of thousands of years to form.
A little darker in this section of the cave, but all around the cave they have those beautiful lights of different colors. They make the whole experience more magical, but it also makes it easier to see. But just picture for a second, what was it like to explore this cave back in 1800s or 1900s with the candlelight? And they didn't have the rails, I bet they didn't have all the steps. It was a whole different experience. It would take a lot of efforts, but today all those extra features that are built in the cave makes exploring it so much easier. This is just unreal, honestly, with the lighting, this beautiful underground creek, and then you go all around. You see those stalagmites and stalactites all over the place. And some of those formations, have very interesting shapes. It's just amazing how nature make those. But we're gonna keep going, and let's see what else awaits for us up here. Hopefully, you guys are not too tired from walking. And don't forget, there's also a boat ride at the end, so stay tuned. and there's a very interesting surprise at the end. We spoke to one of the people who were actually on the prior tours, and they said that was one of the most challenging parts of the whole trail. So we'll see. We'll see what waits for us at the end. But just to give you a little heads up, if if you're planning to come in here, it does get little moist on the ground, so it does get a little slippery. It's also there's just some staircases and a bunch of different areas where there's some uneven pavement. Which is almost a pavement, but it's actually uneven rocks on the bottom. So just I would wear very comfortable shoes, and I would bring maybe a hat, like a warmer hat, and a warmer jacket, depending what year you're going to come here. So if you come in the summer, you're probably not going to be walking around in a jacket around it. So just come prepared. But you want to be able to enjoy this experience without feeling uncomfortable. So that's the whole trick. And now we're approaching the Leaning Tower of Pisa. This is one of the only things we can actually touch in the cave because it's not an active stalagmite or stalactite.
Island, and here on the island we have two of our formations. This one right here is a stalagmite with a very special name. We call the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And this one right here is a stalactite with many different names, like the Howling Wolf, the Praying Hands, the Upside Down Ice Cream Cone, and even a Christmas tree. Now you may be wondering why is there stalagmite? Now you may be wondering why is there stalactite here on the ground instead of hanging from the ceiling. Oh, we found these two formations broken off and inactive in a streambed by the Titan's temple, so we decided to bring them here as a great display. And because these formations are already inactive, you can actually touch these two formations and it will do absolutely no damage to them.
Let's try to touch it, see how that feels. Let's see. Oh, it's definitely cold to touch, and it feels, gosh, it's very like slick, and I don't know. It's hard to describe the feeling when you touch this, but it's amazing to be to be able to see those things up in person and actually be able to interact with them. Wow, that was unreal. I mean, the whole place is just amazing and magical. I mean, I don't know if magical is the right word. Well, we're going to cross this bridge, and we're going to go to a next part of the trail. Let's see what waits ahead of us.
It's what we call the Eternal Springs, and we call it that because the constant water flow right here, this water never stops flowing and will never stop flowing. But one of two things could happen to this flowstone formation. The first thing that could happen is it can grow so big, just like Hemi the turtle, it'll cut off its own water supply up here in the cavern, so you hit it in its pocket. At every stop, you should bring the mouse out, show them the cool formations that you saw, and then put him back in his pocket to keep warm. Until he landed right around here when he quickly realized how cold the water was. So mouse quickly swam onto these rocks as fast as he could, then climbed up these rocks onto the wire. Then he proceeded to run back across the wire, onto the bricks, and stop right here in front of the tour guide.
We're right in front of one of the best places to take pictures at. And you could take your own pictures, of course, but they would take pictures for you with a professional camera.
This is the bronze room, and we believe that this is the most beautiful room in the caverns because of all the mineral impurities. If you guys see any red, that's iron, yellow is sulfur, green is moss, black is magnesium, gray is aluminum salts, and white is pure calcite. We also believe that this is the midway point of Lester Howe's original 8 to 10 hour tour. He crossed the stream bed over here, up onto this natural looking bench to eat his lunch.
Personally, I don't know if I would eat lunch there, but it is an amazing and beautiful spot. I mean, you can look at it for hours, honestly. It's almost like an artwork. But let's go on to our tour, and let's go to the next part of the cave. This mysterious pathway will lead us to the pipe organ. Let's see what this is. I mean, I'm curious myself, actually. It does look like a pipe organ.
Alright, so this right here is what we call the pipe organ in keyboard. To your guys' left-hand side is the pipe organ. It's a mixture of all three formations. Stalactite, stalagmite in the middle, and flowstone completely covered it. Now every pipe organ does need its keyboard, which is a piece of flowstone as a gift shop. Each has a lot of pieces of flowstone handed to his guests as a souvenir. But we didn't realize how much damage was done to that piece of flowstone until we figured out that he carved out hollow chambers inside of that flowstone formation. So whenever you make noise or come underneath of it, it echoes off the walls, and it sounds like it's coming out of the pipe organ. Would you guys like a demonstration?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that okay?
Yeah.
If you want to stick your hand in a rock and hum, go for it. If
We finally got to the part where we get on the boats and we're gonna explore this mysterious underground lake.
This thing, it's impossible.
Boat tour along Venus Lake is truly an unforgettable, remarkable experience. Very unique as well, because this lake has its own unique features and its tranquility. The lake is surrounded by stunning rock formations and beautiful illuminated colors of the lights. All of those things put together creates this unforgettable, out of this world experience. I mean, it just feels amazing. This tour is truly an unforgettable adventure and reveals the hidden beauty and mysteries of our planet. Kind of makes me wonder what kind of ecosystem this lake has. I didn't get a chance to ask the guide, but you know, that's something. If you guys know, please comment below. But I wonder. I know they said there were bats in this cave, but that's about it. At least what I've learned. One word of advice: if you can sit in the front of the boat, it truly makes the whole experience. It kind of enhances you the whole experience. Because on the way back, they usually turn the seats back and you're facing the other way. But just going through this cave, like all the way to the front, it's this experience you probably will never forget. And now at the end of the lake, we're gonna switch the seats back, and we are going the other way. So, you know, if you're sitting in the front, you're gonna end up in the back. But coming this way, you actually see a lot more. You see a lot of things there that you couldn't see going the other way, even sitting in the front. So, you know, it's truly, you get to discover more things on the way back as well. Now, I just want to warn you that you got to be careful with some parts of the of this lake, because it does get, you know, the cave is a little bit on the lower side, so you do have to lean forward a little bit so you don't hit your head. But you know, it's not that bad. But it's funny, it's very weird, because the ride back felt a lot faster than the ride there. So I don't know, maybe it's just me. We are back on the dry land, and just when we thought we're just gonna leisurely walk back to the elevator, we were told there's another stop, or you know, another attraction on the way, and what we heard is going to be one of the most challenging ones. And the name of the attraction is Twisted Curves. So let's see. Sounds pretty promising. I hope you guys are not too tired. You're going to be able to walk with us. Stick around just for a little bit longer to see what this whole attraction is about. There are two options at this point. You could take a regular trail back to the elevator, or you could be adventurous and stick around and take a twisted curve trail. I'm sure that most of you want to be adventurous, so you're going to join us on this twisted trail walk, or twisted curves walk. And wow, it's already starting off pretty promising. You know, like you can tell, there's, you know, some beautiful rock formations here. The more you submerge into this natural wonder, this beauty, the narrower it gets. I mean, my shoulders are pretty much almost rubbing on the walls of this twisted curve trail. This is probably as close as you get to the to experience the cavern, because you're surrounded by this beautiful. I just can't believe the nature made this. Look how perfect those walls are. I mean, amazing. It's like, it's wow. It's just unreal. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it might not be for everyone, because you do have to kind of squeeze through in certain areas, so that could be a bit challenging for some people. But if you're off for adventure, you must definitely do this part. Wow, they definitely call this a twisted curves for a reason. I mean, this whole place feels like a maze to me, because you have no idea what waits for you around that corner. That's that's like almost like you have that element of surprise here. And I'm definitely thankful that they have those lights in here, because I can only imagine doing this with a flashlight, or even like a candlelight back in the day. It would have been probably a completely different experience. I could see how some people could panic in here, because it feels endless. Because with every turn you take, you think, oh, this is probably it. Nope, there's more, and there's more. With every twist and turn, you submerge into more beauty. This place is truly a natural work of art. And, it's definitely a wonder, and I know why it's one of the most famous caves, because there's just so much in here. I mean, even besides this, this trail here, this twisted curves trail, there's other beauty in here. But I think this twisted trail adds this whole different flavor to it, because I don't think we've been to other caves, but I think this is the only one I've seen that actually has something like this. Look how beautiful those walls look. They look like frozen waves a bit. Although this place looks endless, I think we're almost at the end. It feels like we're almost there, because I can hear the people who are ahead of us. So we probably are pretty close. Yep, I think we are. Wow, amazing. I hope you guys enjoy this as much as we did. I mean, this cave here, it has both. It has the walking through the cave, you go on the boat, and there's also the twisted curve at the end. So I think it's amazing, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we're gonna have more trips coming up, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.